Welcome back to Mimi's Organic Eats. Today we're making a peach crumble pie. This delicious summer pie uses fresh peaches and it has a buttery streusel topping. Let me show you guys how to make it. So first we need to make our pie crust. Now I like to do this in my stand mixer, but if you guys want to do this by hand, that also works too. So first we're going to add in our all-purpose flour. Then just a little bit of cane sugar. And now we're going to grab our butter and we want this to be cold straight from the fridge. The colder the butter, the flakier the pie crust. So I like to cut the butter stick in half and then cut each half into thirds. This is going to give you the perfect size little chunks. Now we're going to add this cold butter right into the bowl with the flour. Now we just want to have our cold water ready. And now we're going to mix on low until the mixture looks like wet sand. And all that means is the butter is going to be completely coated by the flour. As soon as that happens, then you're going to immediately add in all of the cold water. Continue to mix until a pie dough forms. We don't want to overmix. If you guys still have a little bit of dry bits, then go ahead and mix that in by hand. Now we're just going to form this pie dough into a round disc and wrap it up in plastic wrap. Now we just need to let this chill in the fridge for at least 4 hours or overnight. So once our pie crust is chilled, we're going to preheat our oven to 350 degrees. And so first we're going to make the crumb topping, or as you might call it, the streusel topping. So first we're going to melt 6 tablespoons of butter. And now you guys can do this in the microwave if you prefer, but I like to melt butter over the stovetop. So while the butter is melting, we're going to mix up the dry ingredients. So first I'm going to add 95 grams of all-purpose flour, then 57 grams of cane sugar, and then 57 grams of light brown sugar. Next we're going to add a teaspoon of ground cinnamon, and then we're going to add our melted butter. Now we're going to fold together until a paste-like texture forms. And now the secret to the best streusel topping is melted butter. This is because when the butter is melted, it can combine with the sugars and flours completely. This allows you to get a buttery, rich flavor in every single bite and you won't have any dry portions. So now that we have our streusel topping made, we're going to set this aside and chop up our peaches and mix up the filling. So to make our peach pie filling, we're going to add the dry ingredients into a large mixing bowl first. So we're going to start with our light brown sugar, and then some cane sugar, and then we have a little bit of flour, and then we're going to add in our cinnamon. And last we're going to add 1 teaspoon of cornstarch. So I'm using cornstarch combined with flour in this peach pie. This is going to help solidify those fruit juices as the pie bakes. This is going to do 2 things. First, it's going to make sure that the bottom of our pie crust isn't soggy. Then it's also going to make sure that when you cut the pie, fruit juices don't just run out and that fruit filling actually solidifies. If you guys don't want to use cornstarch or you're avoiding corn, feel free to use tapioca, arrowroot, or even potato starch in its place. The important thing is that you're using a binder here. So now we're going to set this bowl aside while we get our peaches and slice them up. So we're going to need about 4 to 6 large peaches depending on the size. And you guys can use traditional yellow peaches or you can even use white peaches too, either works. Today I have some beautiful white peaches from my farm box. And if you guys have peaches that have a little bruise on them like this does here, they're going to be perfect for pie. Just cut off that super brown part, and if the rest of the fruit is a little bit soft, that's actually okay. They're not as ideal to eat, but they're perfect for pie. As you slice your peaches, go ahead and add them to the bowl with the filling ingredients. Once you add the sliced peaches into the bowl with the filling ingredients, just use your hands and coat the peaches completely. So now we're going to set aside our peach filling and grab our pie pan and our pie crust from the fridge. So I'm using my cast iron pie pan today. I highly recommend using a cast iron, aluminum, or stainless steel pie pan for the best results. This is because these kind of pie pans conduct heat the best. So if you want that buttery, flaky, crispy pie crust, that's the kind of pie pan you want to use. Stay away from glass and ceramic. Those are not going to give you guys the best results. You'll most likely end up with a soggy pie crust on the bottom, and the pie crust will be kind of less than ideal. So while those ceramic and glass pie pans are gorgeous and I love them for serving, I like to bake in one of my other pie pans, and then I just lift it right out and plop it into a pretty pan for serving. So we're gonna grab our pie crust from the fridge and roll this out. So we're gonna add a little bit of flour on top of the pie crust. So we're gonna roll this out to a 1/4 inch thick. And we just want this to be a little bit bigger than our pie pan. One of my top tricks for rolling out pie dough is roll it and then flip it 45 degrees, roll it again, turn it 45 degrees, roll it again, and another 45 degrees. This is gonna help you guys get the most even pie crust. This is how I taught people how to roll out pie crust when I owned my bakery. And another tip for you guys when you guys are making pie, if you're new to rolling out pie crust and it takes you a minute to roll out the pie crust, that's okay. But every minute that the pie crust is out of the fridge, it's getting warmer. And you wanna keep that pie crust cold for the most buttery, flaky crust. So if you guys are new to rolling out pie crust or you're just not that fast, that's okay. So you can place your rolled out pie crust on a baking sheet and place it in the fridge for about 15 to 30 minutes. This is going to ensure that it's nice and cool before going in your pie pan and getting filled. This was one of the tricks I always did at my bakery to ensure that new bakers were baking pies correctly. So if you can't roll your pie crust out in just a few minutes, then you should definitely do that trick. But if you're professional like me and it took you just a couple minutes to roll out your pie crust, then it's ready to go in your pie pan. So we're just going to lightly press the pie crust into the pie pan, lightly pressing into the sides and the bottom. So once our pie crust is in our pie pan, then we're gonna fold over that excess dough into the center. You want this to be flush with the edge of the pie pan. This is gonna create our crust. Then we're gonna take our thumb and pointer of one hand and our pointer finger of the other hand and flute the pie crust. Now we're going to transfer our peach filling and spread it out evenly. Then we're going to take our streusel topping and crumble it right on top. So before we bake this pie, put your pie on a baking sheet. This is one of my top tricks for you guys, especially as a professional baker who baked pies for over a decade. You never know when you're gonna have one explode, and it's totally not your fault when it happens. Sometimes it just happens. Putting it on a baking sheet is going to help save your oven from getting so incredibly sticky. So now we're gonna bake this at 350 degrees for about an hour or until golden brown. And now we have the most delicious peach crumble pie. You guys want to make sure that you let this cool completely before slicing into it. That's going to be the hardest part. John wanted to say hi. Even though he can't get any pie, he's sitting in here waiting for his cookies. Aren't you? Want to get some cookies? I love serving this with a big scoop of vanilla bean ice cream right on top. If you guys enjoyed this video, be sure to drop a like and leave a comment below. And if you want more bakery style pie recipes just like this, be sure to hit that subscribe button and join me next time in the kitchen. So now we're gonna set the filling ingredients inside. Well, inside, we're already inside.